Good morning, guys. Welcome to Live Dominion Great
Good
Farms.
morning, guys.
This is
Welcome
our
to Live
fish
Dominion
here
Great
of
Farms.
5 months and about 2 weeks old. We are doing excellently well. We have above a kg, 1.5, 1.4, 1.3. We are doing very, very well. And I would like to share with you guys 4 key things that I learned while training this catfish. And number one thing I learned is sorting. Now, while buying your catfish, it's very important that one, you get it from a very reputable source, a farm where they are not just where they train specifically juveniles, fingerlings, post for sale, where they are major in this. Is very important because from my experience, I came to find out that here in Nigeria, most farmers who train a kg above and also train fingerlings for sale, they tend to keep the best for themselves and sell the rest. So you must be very mindful of this. It can happen anywhere. It's common in catfish farming. Another important thing that I also learned is uniformity. While going for your catfish, if you're buying juvenile sizes or if you're going for fingerling sizes, take fingerling sizes. Make sure that the farm sorts those fishes. But it's best, preferably I like to buy my fish from the farm when they just finish sorting, because it's good to get them in uniform sizes. Why? Because if you go for fingerlings and in your fingerlings you have post or you have juvenile inside, you have a problem, because you see a situation where you're doing what is right and you're getting a wrong result, because those fishes will tend to grow faster than the others, and before you even sort, they will already start eating the other fishes. So to avoid those issues of cannibalism in your pond, go for uniform sizes. Then after some days or a week, you can sort. Very important to take note of this. Another thing you can also observe is, another thing I also learned is interval sorting. Now when you get these fishes, you have to make sure you sort them from time to time. Mostly early catfishes are gotten at the early stages, like the fingerlings or the post. Sorting is more common weekly, but I cannot tell you particularly when to sort your catfish, but you will know best, because this is best done through observation. And that will bring me to the second thing I learned in this catfish farming, which is observation. And the first thing I learned in observation is water observation. Now, if you get some fishes, for example, let me say you buy 500 pieces of fish and you kept them in a tank. Now you must observe the water quality. Don't manage it. Put it at least, let it be up to 3 feet. If you notice that the water is getting dirty every day, just know that the fishes there are too much. And you must also be careful, because as you are feeding the fishes, they are getting bigger. So as they're getting bigger, they're occupying more space. So the same space they used week 1 can't be the same space they will use in week 3. So you have to be very mindful of this. So as they increase, you expand, you shift them, you keep spacing them, you keep sorting and spacing them, so that they can have enough room to grow. Another thing is feed observation. Now when you're feeding these fishes, you must be very careful. Watch them to make sure that they are eating the same size of feed. If the smallest one in that pond is not picking that feed, it means you are too fast. And if you are too fast for the fish, you won't get the fish will be too slow for you, because when you be expecting a 1 kg return, they will be giving you less than 1 kg. By the way, this is my second pond. Here I have a kg above and below, but majority of them here are slightly above a kg. Okay, another thing you can observe again in this pond, another thing you can also learn again in farming is space observation. I mentioned it earlier, but I'll just throw more light on it. You need to observe the spacing, because if you're not observant of spacing, you will have issues of stunted growth. Definitely. Very, very conscious of spacing. Once you see you're doing too much in management, you're having to change the water every day, you're not doing well on spacing. Like I always give an example, I say it's better to train 100 fishes with 200,000 and get 100,000 return than to train 500 fishes or 300 fishes and spend 500,000 and get a 50k return. It's not about the quantity of fish, it's about the quality of fish. Very important in catfish farming, because if the quality is right, the customers will be available. If the quality is not right, you will struggle and you end up selling below the price you plan to sell it. So this is very, very important. Another thing again you must consider, which is the number 3 thing, is the feed quality. Make sure that the early stages of this fish, especially when they're taking the 2mm, the 3mm and 1.5, 1mm, make sure you go for feed that has high protein content. Don't joke with it. It's very, very essential. Very, very important, because this is the background stage. This is the foundation stage of these fishes. It's like a child. You have a child that is born, you must give him or her the essential nutrients he or she needs for the body to develop. It's the same thing too in fish farming. You have to do the same thing, so that when it gets that foundation, it's very easy for it to just keep growing fast afterwards. But if you miss it there and you compromise, you won't get the result. So make sure you go for feed that has high protein. Very, very, very important. High protein, especially in that early stage. That's one of the things I learned and I did in this my farming. And I wasn't quick. Don't be quick to change feed. Watch them. Make sure that they are well. It's better you are too slow than you are too fast. If you're too fast and you're changing the feed too fast, you will get a result that will be too slow. So it's better you are even too slow than you get a result that is too fast. It's better you are too slow and you get a result that you're getting above a kg. Very important. Very, very important. The next thing I will talk about is spacing. If you can see, my pond is 10 by 15 in 3 places. This is my last sort, by the way. They are a kg here. Few of them are above, very few, but most of them are a kg, 0.8, 0.9. But most of them are a kg here. So this is my third sort. So another thing I did is spacing. This third sort is 10 by 10. The others are 10 by 15, 10 by 15. Spacing, you can never miss it. There's nothing like too much space. It's better too much than too less, because when it's too less, you lose. But when it's too much, you gain. It's better you put that way than to overcrowd it and get lower results. So spacing is very, very vital. Very, very vital. There's nothing like you're understocking the pond. No. Understock it is good. Get a result. The most important thing is the result, because you're not here unless you're here to just while away time. If you're interested in making profit, spacing is vital. Because one thing I've learned is that good spacing improves management. So if you manage your space well, you manage your results well as well. You won't have to do more. If they change their feed after 3 days, if you don't space well, you have to change your own every day. And once you do that, you stress the fish. Once you stress the fish, they don't give you return. You lose. So this is very important. Thank you guys. Like, comment, share. See you guys on the next video. Thank you.